And third white thing that we should avoid is maida. What we call as in English, plain flour. So that should also be avoided. Why? Because this takes so much amount of so much amount to digest that our stomach can't easily digest this plain flour. Why? Because you should understand this concept. As we have a little time, I will try to explain it. It is also very interesting. When we eat anything, our digestive part includes our food, our mouth, the teeth, pura complete dental structure inside our mouth, then the saliva, then the with behind this windpipe we have food pipe. This food pipe takes our food to the stomach, and then stomach is actually ends in the starting of small intestine, and we call a small intestine in the starting it we call it as the duodenum. And in the duodenum our bile duct is also the bile juice is secreted by our not liver secretes it to gallbladder. Gallbladder is also connected, and below that small intestine we have large intestine which ends into the anus. So where this main digestion part is happening, so main digestion is happening inside our stomach. And how much time does our stomach needs to digest anything? Well, that depends on the food we are eating. Like you are getting a food here which your stomach is able to digest within 2 to 3 hours, and up to particular duration our stomach can hold food for digestion, maximum up to 6 hours. So what we should eat? We should eat the food which our stomach can digest within 4 to 6 hours. If we are eating that kind of food, then obviously the after digestion the food will go into the small intestine, and then the small intestine will actually absorb the nutrients from that food. And then large intestine will actually absorb the water, it will extract out the water and it will make it into more solid form. And then comes the point that we should eat the food within which our stomach can digest within 4 to 6 hours. And if we are eating something which our stomach is able to digest in 2 to 3 hours, and giving us and also giving us the proper amount of nutrients, so how is it useful for us? So rest of the 2 to 3 hours, when our digestive fire will not find anything to digest, it will then start digesting the excessive doshas in our body. And that's why we keep fast. And that's why it is a concept of, in our Indian culture, we have a concept of keeping fast within 15 days. And what we call it as Ekadashi. And what we do in Gujarat and Punjab on the day of fasting, we are eating so much. We are eating this potato, boiling potato after boiling it, and then we are eating with that potato lot of curd. Curd is good, but lot of curd, and after adding sugar to it, and then we are eating those fried chips, deep fried chips we are eating, and we are making so many things. Why we are actually keeping fast? We are giving break to our stomach. Then we actually ditch our stomach. How? We eat a very small amount of food, and that's what we do with the people who are ill. We give them khichdi, we give them very light food, so that body is able to digest that food within 2 hours. And after that 2 hours our digestive fire has still the time, so that 3 to 4 hours our digestive power will actually eat the dosha which has excessed in our body. So now tell me, how logical and how scientific our Indian culture is. This is so scientific. So that, and I was talking about the plain flour. Why should we avoid it? Because plain flour needs a digestive time of around 18 to 21 hours. So if you are eating samosa and then pizza, so your body is actually not able to digest it in the proper amount of time. And if you are not able to digest it, it will actually reach our small intestine there in that way only. And it will actually what will happen in our body then? Gas. What happens if you prepare something and there is heat outside? You don't keep it in the fridge, and then also you close that within a tiffin you are keeping something, and then you have closed the lid, and there is heat outside. So you, after 12 to 15 hours, you open it, you will smell something and you will feel the gas. So that gas is actually our stomach is also getting filled with. That's why bloating, that's why because of indigestion, and because of excessive amount of toxin, because that converts into the toxin, and because of that our body will actually get diseases. And that's what we call it as lifestyle disease also, because we are eating those things which are not suitable for our health. And that's why these things should be avoided. Burger, pizza, different forms of bread we are eating. And that bread is, what is that? That bread is plain flour only. So that's the best form of utilizing wheat is best form, and which Dr. Neeraj Nagrin ji is also tells it a lot, that best form of utilizing it, like utilizing it in the form of sprouted form also we can utilize it. Also we can put one tablespoon of seed inside water, one glass of water, and then we can drink that water in the morning. Or the next stage is the dalia. Dalia is lesser impactful, but also but in that situation also dalia is very useful. Do we have any word for the dalia in English also? Porridge, yes, it's porridge, I think. Bulgur wheat. हाँ, लापसी। और लापसी में गुजरात में बहुत मीठा मिला देते हैं। वैसे सिंपल भी खाते हैं। कमी रह जाती है तो दाल में भी मीठा मिला देते हैं, और मीठू बोलते हैं फिर वहाँ नमक को। So that's the next stage, and then the next stage, which is which should be which what we can, it is good for us, but not that good as the porridge, as the bulgur wheat. It's okay. You got the point, na dalia. What you are eating nowadays. We have different kinds of dalia. We have wheat dalia also. We have jaw ka dalia also. So we have different kinds of dalias, but I am talking about the wheat. Then comes the chapati, the flour format. So in the flour format, what we should keep in mind is that it should not be in the form of plain form flour, because plain flour is very finely made, and it's very fine. So we were talking about this, that so this flour we were talking, the flour we were talking about. So chapati is good, but the flour should not be in the format of plain flour, because wo itna that gets so fine that actually our stomach is not able to digest. So that's why we say that the atta, that flour should be in the dardara format, that if you place it over your hand you can feel the wholemeal, we call it as, is it this wholemeal flour? हाँ, कर दर दरा. You can feel it, if you place it over your hand, you can feel. Uh, you got the point. So this type of atta, this type of flour we should prepare. If we are able to do that, then this is the best for our health. And if we are talking about the things which are made out of the plain flour, so obviously this is very fine stage of the wheat, and that's why it is not good for our health. So now we were talking about the black cardamom, and we from tablespoon of crystal we move to different worlds of crystal. So now coming back to the point, so we have to soak a tablespoon of black cardamom, a tablespoon of crystal sugar. I'm talking about the one which has the thread inside. And then the next one is a half a tablespoon of muskmelon seeds in a glass of water for a night, overnight. Then filter it in the morning and take it on the empty stomach. What it will do, it will is very beneficial in renal calculi, the kidney stone. It is useful in that sense. Muskmelon, खरबूजा, the seeds of, हम तो खरबूजे के बीज बोल देते थे बचपन. Should we continue with the black pepper? We have lot many. We will end up with the black pepper for the today's session. Tomorrow we will have a MCQ test. in the evening. We will try to keep it simple. If it gets tough, then we are sorry in advance. But we will try to keep it easy only. It's a MCQ question, and we would have that 15 to 20 minutes or half an hour we will need for the examination purpose. Multiple choice question, the objective one, not the subjective one, and we will have the examination in this hall only. And you will not need to copy from anyone. I will tell you. I'm just joking. I will also not tell you. So for half an hour. Otherwise, we have some session also tomorrow. And then next thing I have to tell you that day after tomorrow on the 10th, because our therapies are also getting over tomorrow, and our therapy sessions will also get over tomorrow. Day after tomorrow, when we have to travel to different parts of the Patanjali, on that day in the morning, we have the Diksha Samaro in the presence of Param Pujya Swamiji Evam Param Shraddha Shri Maharaj. They will come and they will give us the Diksha. And also with the Diksha, we will actually take some vow that we have get something, so we will distribute it to other people also. And before that, I will try to distribute the information about the black pepper. So this black pepper is also very useful. It is useful in the cough, and those who feel troubles in sleeping, so how it can help in cough and sleep. So you have to just suck one or two black pepper seeds to relieve cough and promote sound sleep. You just have to suck it, keep it in mouth, and just don't chew it. You just keep sucking it. It will take around 1 to 2 hours to completely do the process. Just do it slowly and slowly, and this will be helpful in cough and sleep both. And in the case of coughing and this khasi also. The next is cough relief decoction. Drink a decoction of ginger and 3 to 4 black peppers for immediate cough relief as a substitute for tea. Instead of making a tea, what you can do is you can add some ginger and then add 3 to 4 black pepper seeds. Also, you can add the tulsi to that. Yes, that will also be very beneficial. And do you know we keep tulsi in our houses in Indian culture? Why? What is the reason behind that? It improves the oxygen, but yes, lots of all the plants are giving oxygen. Why tulsi only? And that too in the center of our house. How come positive energy? Antiseptic, antiviral. It's a beautiful plant, this tulsi. And you know, in the in some of our culture, we wear this tulsi seed mala, and we just keep it near to our throat. Why are we doing that? Because that tulsi is actually, if you have a small plant of tulsi, so within a range of 10 meter, around 10 meter, it will not allow the some maximum of the viruses. It will stop them. It will kill them. So that's why we keep tulsi at just the center of our house. It's very good for us. And the seeds, and that's why we are applying, wearing that mala, because generally all the other malas we wear, they are long, but particularly tulsi seeds mala is small, and so small that we are actually keeping it so close to our throat, because those tulsi seeds are very beneficial in keeping us away from infections, viruses, and also it improves our throat health. And what about the Rudraksh mala? Rudraksh mala is generally very long. Why? So, yes, it is for the heart, that it should touch our heart. By touching our heart, it heals our heart. So beautiful things we have in our nature. Mother Nature has given us so many things, so many things, and we should appreciate our sages who find this knowledge so 1,000 years of back knowledge we are actually having in our culture. So now coming back to black pepper once again, urticaria. So you are aware about the urticaria? It's a skin disease. Itching and swelling, urticaria, sheath pith. So this urticaria can also be but we can get a lot of help in this relieving in release in the pain and problems of urticaria. What we have to do is that we have to grind these 4 to 5 black pepper seeds, and then we have to mix it with the 1 tablespoon of lukewarm ghee and some that crystal sugar for treating urticaria. So we have to apply on that part. And chronic cough and weakness. So in chronic cough also and weaknesses also, black pepper is very useful. What is the other formula we can use it? That chronic cough is in Hindi we call it as nazla, and it results that the person actually gets this cough related issues on the almost on the daily basis, and because of that what happens, the hair get white, black hair get white, and a person may get impact in any part of the face, like eyes can get affected because of that chronic cough, or our ear can also get affected because of that. So what is the solution? Very simple and very tasty solution. So very simple and tasty in the sense that what we have to do is that we have to take 20 gram of this grinded black pepper, then 100 gram of almonds, and then 150 gram of crystal sugar, khand. Particularly if khand is not available, then that crystal sugar, and 150 gram of crystal sugar, 100 gram of almonds, and 20 gram of this black pepper. So isn't it a tasty one? What you have to do is that take 1 gram of powder with lukewarm milk or water twice daily to treat this chronic cough and weakness. If this is very chronic, some people they say they the whole this skull actually gets very defected because of this chronic one, and hiccups and headache. So in the case of hiccups, if some hiccups are coming, it's okay. You can get relief after drinking 1 glass of water also. But if you are actually getting so much of hiccups and headache is also there, so what you have to do is that you have to burn around 3 to 4 black seeds and inhale the smoke like hookah. Initially, hookah was not used for uh, taking drug related issues or some that kind of addiction related uh, like that was actually not related to that concept, but gradually with the time things changes and people start misutilizing the things. So the particularly this hookah means the smoke, and you have to take the smoke of the burnt black peppers, and that will help in the headache, that will also help in the hiccups. And then the and some people can say how the burning and smoking the that smoke of the black pepper can heal us. So as pollution can affect us, good things, smoking of good things can actually heal us, we can get it that way. And then the paralysis, in the case of paralysis you have to mix 1 to 2 tablespoon of black powder with black pepper powder with 3 to 4 tablespoon of cow ghee, as we were doing in the urticaria, and then we have to massage the affected area daily for a month or month to aid in paralysis recovery. This is helpful in that sense also. So I would stop my PPT today here only. Today, tomorrow we will try to cover these parts also, the cumin and how this cumin is, because lactating women also get a lot of help through this intake of this cumin. I don't know how many of you are aware. Many ladies would have been aware about this. If lactating woman is actually not able to produce good amount of enough amount of milk, then this taking this jeera, cumin powder, so cumin seeds can actually help the person. So it's very impactful. So today we will keep it up to this only because it is already 8, and if gets more than this, late more than this, then obviously we will not be able to eat what we are actually getting, a small amount of food already, and then if that is also not given to us, then we will feel lack of energy. Yes, Mataji. Juices are not also good, but if we have soup, then soup is prepared in such a way that doctor was also talking about the sanskar. So in soup we have digestive things, like we are adding black pepper to that, and soup is in itself is a one which actually increases the appetite also, and it increases the digestive power also. Also the chach we drink with water, which is also a form of liquid form only. So chach and water are also different. Chach is also digestive. It also improves the digestion power, so it can be taken, but water is different from chach. Different juices in your diet, so there should be some gap. And in the morning they are giving it because you are taking. Soft is not a juice. That's a soft water, and that soft water is also very good for your digestion. That's why we eat soft after lunch. We don't you eat it in the form of mouth refresher. Actually, it improves the digestion power, and that's why we have it as in culture in Gujarat. Mukhwas. I also like it, but I don't know. Nowadays, Vikrati has come. The formations have come, and people are eating very different things on the name of Mukhwas. But earlier they used to stuck with the those things which are digestive, like digestive they used to eat. This I gave you that book, the one Patanjali Wellness, that also covers it, and this Ayurveda Siddhant Rahasya, the mystery of the Ayurveda, this also covers this. Yes, I have selected few. It has many of them, and I hope you like this session. If you have any question, we will cover them tomorrow morning also.